Financial freedom and why it's the most important thing for a woman who wants to live her dream life. Hi, welcome back to another episode of Healing into Femininity. It's me, Joanna Fatanchi, your host, and we'll get right into it. I'm so happy to be back. So, I'm not only recording this for the podcast, but I'm actually back on YouTube. Okay. So, yeah, welcome back. So, today I want to talk to you about why financial freedom is the most important part of living a healthy, beautiful, soft life as a woman. And I literally mean, like, I wrote down a few points, but I'm really just gonna ramble because I'm so hot on this topic. Okay, so maybe a little backstory about me. I have always kind of had a focus on money. I'm a Cancer. I don't know, like people say cancers are good with money. I can attest to that. My mom is a Cancer. She has always been very good with money, and I've always kind of been money conscious. So when I was younger, I already sold like my books and like my toys and things like that. I always knew how to keep my things very like in a very good shape for a long time. I sold them. Then when I got a little older, I taught myself how to braid hair. So I serviced braiding hair. I made money off of that. And then when I got a little older, I was focused on like learning how to make money. So I studied international business. I have a international business degree, and I also worked in a like wealth building kind of financial advisor office while I was studying. So that's a little backstory here. And then I became like, if you followed me for a little while, I I also became an accountant. Like that was my first job after uni. I became an accountant, like an international accountant for this big firm. I didn't really like it, but it was very easy for me. And then I went on this pursuit for my dream. And now, like almost 10 years later, like it's a little shorter, but almost 10 years later, that's my key message. Yeah, that's my key message. Financial freedom is the number one supporter of a woman's life. And I definitely stand by it. If you've listened to my last episode, I spoke about decentering men. So I'm also like also going to create more and more content also just on responding to the things that I hear in my bubble. So probably if you are a woman who's looking to live her dream life, and what does that actually mean? Like I really want to make it as tangible as possible. So living your dream life, most of the time, living a dream life has four components. That's it. Basically for everybody. Okay. So it is being healthy. If we want to go more into detail, it's about feeling good inside your body, having good energy levels, feeling vital, right? Feeling juicy, feeling sexy, feeling full of energy, feeling like motivated, or feeling good in your body so you can do the things that you want to do. Sometimes it's resting. Of course, we live by the cycle, but that's basically it. And you want to feel good and you want to look good. You want to have beautiful skin, beautiful hair, beautiful nails, a beautiful shape, all of that, looking healthy, looking glowing, looking radiant, looking kind of youthful, no matter how old you are. That's a dream. That's a dream. That's literally a dream for people to look good. Okay, number one, who or what supports that dream? I'm gonna demystify the whole myth, okay? Then number two, most of the time people want to have healthy relationships, whether it be with the spouse, children, family, co-workers, like just in general with human beings, other human beings. Okay. Then women, most of the time we want to use our skills our talents, our skills, our gifts, if you want to call it that. We want to use what we have inside of us. We want to use that to make a living off of it. Like we want to express ourselves. And this can be in so many ways. For me, it's speaking, and because I am a nerd. I like to read. I'm a scientist. I like to learn. And then I like to share what I've learned, what I've found, not only like the theoretical things, but literally like my life experience and what I found to be true. It doesn't have to be your truth, but that's what I love, and I love to share it. So we all want to express our talents, our skills, our talents, and yeah, we want to feel good about it. And the fourth quadrant is about financial freedom. Yeah, everybody wants to be financially safe, first of all, and then we want to be financially free. What does that mean? That we can do whatever we want with our time without having to worry about money. We want to have a lot of free time, or at least we want to use our time the way we like it. Yes, spending it on our health, our relationship, and our creative expression. And therefore, we want to have the money that supports us. Okay, so with that being said, I want to go back to the point that I made is that I believe that financial freedom should be the goal for every young woman who is thinking about finding her purpose or living her best life. You know, it is always about money. It is always about money. And I want to tell you why. I'm very open about my own stories because I see them as learning stories. And I just want to be transparent about that we all make the same mistakes. So, because we want to live our dream life, which is also a very, very airy, fairy, untangible way of explaining or grasping what it actually is that we want. We want to live freely. We want to be happy. We want to be content. We want to feel fulfilled with our days and our weeks and our months and our years and how we spend our time, right? I believe that this is what a dream life is about. And it's also about, as I said, being healthy, being in appreciative and mutually appreciative relationships, and being able to express yourself. And why I'm saying that financial freedom is the number one key, because there's so many people, and me too, I'm going to be talking about it. I'm a life coach, I'm a nutritionist, I am a project planner. Like I am all about holistic health, or a holistic way of seeing the world, because there is no happiness without a holistic view, because everything is connected. And I want to show you in this video what I mean by everything is connected. So as I said, like we are now living in a culture, or maybe that's my bubble, but I see it everywhere. Like this is what YouTube is about in my world, especially with women wanting to live their best life. We speak about mental health, we speak about spirituality, we speak about emotional intelligence, right? We speak about finding your purpose. What's your purpose? Following your dream career, becoming an influencer, becoming a whatever, whatever. But that's personally what I see. I love to bring everything together, and I just today want to talk about financial freedom, because the number one cause for worry in many people's lives is money. So again, instead of using all your time and all your energy to kind of find out the root cause of your anxiety or of your worries and things like that, and then maybe working through that with affirmations or journaling prompts or inner work, I believe if it depends on where you are, of course. So today I'm really speaking about the women that are either in a job or want to start their own business or are on a healing journey. And I want to kind of introduce this financial topic into the healing journey because the number one cause for most of the worries and doubts and fears is money, because basically it's about being secure enough to survive, right? We're talking about survival mode, right? Survival mode, fight or flight or freeze or fawn, or we're looking to be validated by other people. I believe most of these things come when you don't have money. Yeah, maybe it's a random theory, but for me that's what it is. If I have enough money, I actually don't care what you think about me. If I have enough money, I don't care if you like me. Because I'm safe. I'm safe and I'm free. This is the two things that money brings. I feel safe if I already feel safe in my body. Of course, we also have to do the inner work. We also have to do the healing, depending on how you grew up, your childhood trauma, your imprints, and so on and so forth. I'm not saying that this is not necessary, but many of the problems that we have go along with money. So mental overthinking, what do other people think about me? What do other people think about me in society? Why do we care what other people think about us in society if we're not dependent on them? Many times I believe that we worry about what other people think about us because we are somehow dependent on them, whether it be coworkers or friends or family, depending on how the relationship is. But this is what I've noticed in me. Like when I think that this person could maybe potentially help me one day to get into another circle or if reach my goals or meet somebody that could potentially help me or become a client or a business partner, it's always about it's a means to an end. And what's the end? It's money, and it's social climbing, and it's freedom through money. I hope you can follow me. So I think many of the anxieties that we have, many of the fears, also including the fear of how we are being perceived by other people, at the end of the day has to do with money. But if you have money, if you pursue the the smallest common denominator, if you pursue that first and foremost, all of the other things are kind of irrelevant. I'm not afraid to be taken like to be misunderstood, but it's not about irrelevant in a negative sense, but it loses its grip on you. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. So again, my thesis here is money is definitely one of the main root causes of mental health or mental health issues. Yeah. So instead of only speaking about mental health and doing the inner work, which I highly promote, again, don't get it twisted. I'm a certified life coach. I have been doing this for 7 years now, and I highly promote it, and I will talk more about it. But to kind of cut the learning curve, instead of like working through all of the stuff and blah blah blah, sitting at home and journaling and blah, it's really about finding out how you can make more money, because again, it's the number one, or one of the definitely the number one root causes of mental health issues. I strongly believe that. Number two, and this is my most prominent topic, is if you as a woman, if you make your own money, and not only do I believe that this is, if not, it is, I probably also believe that it is the most validating thing in this world if you can make money from being who you are, from your skills, your talents, and like basically you showing up with your idea, with your skill, with your service to help serve whatever, to kind of exchange value for value with another person. If you are able to put your value forward and be compensated for it, for being you, or for your ideas or your products or your services. I think I believe there's nothing more validating, because also we as women, we speak about beauty, we speak about men, that we all want to be validated. We all need to be validated, me included. Like, I'm not above it, but I truly believe that making money from your own skills, ideas, service, products, and so on is the most validating thing. Yeah, if I can make money being who I am, I don't need a man. Like, I don't need a man to validate me, like in terms of getting attention or getting compliments or things like that. So also, you're not dependent on a man for validation, but you're also not dependent on a man for anything else, especially for money, because we are all here in the online streets. We're speaking about how men, like how we want to find a husband, like how much time are women spending on listening to dating advice, or how to get a man, how to get a rich man, how to get a white man, how to social climb, how to be more feminine for a man, talk sweet, look pretty, all of that. I mean, yeah, I like to look sweet and pretty with my pink shirt, but this is so one-sided. I mean, hello. Today I just talked with a friend and we were speaking about dark femininity. I will speak about that more on this channel as well. But we spoke about dark femininity, and I spoke about the aspect of dark femininity, and that I believe that this is a very useful tool in the toolbox of a woman. And then that's how I understood it. She kind of wanted to tell me that I am not the embodiment of dark femininity. Yes, I am, but not only. Like, we're not in kindergarten. I don't have to dress all black or have a sunglass on or whatever to use my dark feminine qualities. I actually believe that I'm using my dark feminine qualities right now as I'm speaking about money and power and being independent from validation from men and all of that. I truly believe that this is very dark feminine, because this is not the nice girl. This is not, hey, I have to look pretty and be so sweet just in order for me to get a man to like me, to pick me, and then to marry me so I can be a submissive wife. Yeah, I don't have to pretend that I am somebody, that I want to be liked by everybody, that I like to network all the time. No, like sometimes I do. Again, you can understand it how you want, but I'm just trying to give variety. That's really what I want. I want to give variety and not just be one-sided. Oh, this is a femininity channel, or this is a this channel. As a woman, we are all like, that's what I definitely feel. So also, again, going into the point of not being dependent on a man, I have literally realized and experienced for myself that to be dependent on a man can never be good. So it's nice to be spoiled. It's, of course, nice to have a certain lifestyle, but isn't it more beautiful if you yourself can also afford that lifestyle for yourself? I believe that this is the key. I have been a life coach for over 7 years, and one of my first clients was a 50 something year old woman who was very attractive in this age range already, or still. And she came from a relationship, like that was kind of the topic that we worked through. She came out of a maybe 30-year marriage or something with this hotel manager. They had two kids. She was a stay-at-home mom for most of the time, and then the guy left her, and or basically she kind of went crazy because he had cheated on her multiple times. By the way, it was a white woman. Yeah. And he had cheated multiple times, and then one day she decided to also cheat back, and then he left her. That's how it goes many times. So this was the first time where I like was really aware that this is how it could go, because the woman wasn't in my age. She was already older, and she kind of depended on that man for all of her life. And then when they separated and she was already older, she had never learned how to manage her own money. So again, this is very important for me to put that point across. I believe in order to really live your dream life, it's important to decenter men. It's too important to decenter men, and decenter men literally means to put, like, it's not so, like, the man is not so important. You have to kind of become your own man. It's a whole, we can talk about this another time, but it's a whole psychological process. It's called the individuation process. If you want to come, like, if you want to approach it from a more psychological perspective. Yeah, it's like the psychological perspective of coming into wholeness, or it can also be an awakening, right? Coming out of a dark night of a soul, an awakening, or a mystery school, like coming more from a spiritual perspective, like the arts, right? If it's psychology or if it's spirituality or psycho spirituality, there is a process going on in the ripening and the maturation process of the human being, especially like for a woman, where the masculine aspect, the yang to the yin, comes in. So the woman can become whole, right? And this is where we are, yeah, more embodying our masculine side. So again, I want to give variety, because for me, I only, or what I hear on social media, here on YouTube, is that either people speak about femininity and then it's only about being sweet and being so soft and living the soft life. I live the soft life too, but I am going to go for my money, and I want to talk about this too. Like, people make whole lot of channels, which is also legitimate, yeah, talking about something, but they never share how they're making their money, because actually they're making their money by you watching the content, which is totally fine. But I think, yeah, I just want to give a little variety and a few different talking points, talking about mental health, talking about emotional intelligence, talking about how to level up, how to live your dream life, how to be authentic. How to be authentic, how to make your own money, how to come up with a business, and all of that. Let's talk about all of it. Okay, so very important point number two, why financial freedom is important for women to live their best life, is that you're not dependent on a man, whether he's nice, whether he's cute, black, white, Latino, rich, old, whatever. You can actually be your own man while having a man. And I believe number three, making your own money, as I just said before, first of all, gives you a validation like nothing else can. And it makes you feel safe, because I believe that for a woman, and that's a big topic if we talk about femininity, or actually coming home to your body, like embodying yourself, embodying your body in this world. A lot of women struggle with feeling safe in this world, and I definitely know that feeling too. I am a brown skin girl, and living by myself, and we want to feel safe in this world. We want to feel safe in this world. And I believe money is the number one tool for you to feel safe in this world. For you to feel safe in this world, if you have money, you can live in a certain neighborhood. You can go to certain places. You can afford a car. You can afford Uber. You can So like so simple things. I'm not only talking about like if I talk about financial freedom, I'm not talking necessarily about being a millionaire or being a six-figure earner. No, like we can aspire to be there and go there, absolutely, but it's also about just having your own money so you are not dependent on nobody. Yeah, so you can literally take care of your own safety and money is your number one supporter. So I don't know if you had that feeling before that you felt like nobody's supporting you or nobody's supporting you the way that you would want it, you like the way you would want to be supported. I literally believe that money is my number one supporter. Money supports me to live all of my dreams. Money is him. Like money. It's money. It's not the man. It's nobody else. It is just money. Money supports me. Yeah, money supports me. It's not the middleman. Like it's if I'm thinking about and I'm talking about this man thing because I have also been in the bubble of people talking about relationships all the time. I think as a woman in the social media space, if you're interested in personal development, if it's not just very, very, very selective, you can't really hide from the relationship content. That's just what I think. So I have definitely been part of that bubble as well. Now I am learning to kind of block out that content because at this point I don't care. Um, but what I want to say is that I believe that if you skip the middleman, skip the middleman, you don't need the man in order to get the lifestyle. You know, like there are some people like Shira Seven or other people probably who are teaching all about the gold digger lifestyle, which I don't judge at all, not at all. Go and get your money from whatever source you have to. But the man is not the only way. The man is not the only way. And I also believe that working, even if it's not for yourself, I highly promote getting your own business, starting your own thing. Um, but you can still work a job. You can still do work a job. Me personally, I actually prefer working a job where I have to be professional, which kind of means being distant, yeah, and also going home after the shift, yeah, instead of coming home into my personal sacred space where I can have my freedom to do whatever I want. And then if I have a home and then there's this guy that I don't really like where I have to drink tequila in order to stand him, that wouldn't be the deal for me. Yeah, that's just for me. Like you can do whatever you want, but I personally believe that, again, just to sum it up, financial freedom is the number one thing that I believe that a young woman should pursue. And of course, how do you get to financial freedom? I think that could be a whole nother topic, but it is definitely, of course, through education, through education, whether it be formal education, which I promote, or online courses, mentorship. This is what I do. Like I have invested, I always like to say that and brag a little bit about it because I think it's a statement. If you believe in yourself or if you are interested in something, yeah, of course, you also, again, this is what money supports you with. If you are curious, if you want to learn a skill, you have to invest money. That's just the life that we live. And I invested more than 100,000 euros into my personal development, into mentorship, into coaching, into courses, into business courses, and so on and so forth. And I highly promote that. I highly promote that. Even though there's a lot of content out there for free, that's not really the place where you get the real gems. Of course, you can learn a lot out here, but I highly promote personal development, courses, skill building, and then using those skills, using that education to make your own money. And everything else comes next. Yeah, of course, your body comes first, should come first, because without health, you can't really make money, but without money, you can't really maintain your health as well. So that is, I believe, like that is the link. It's health, invest your health, your skills, your talents, your energy, your passion, you invest it into making money, and then money invests itself right back into your life and is your number one supporter on your dream life journey. That's what I believe, and that's the topic for now. Let me know, what do you think? What do you think about that topic? Do you agree? Do you think financial freedom, making your own money as a woman, is the number one priority, or do you still think that it is important to have a man to financially support you? Or do you think something else is completely more important? As I said, I believe that money is the root cause for most issues, whether it be foul relationships or even mental health, physical health problems. Do you agree or not? I would love to hear from you. And until then, stay on your game. No, that's actually from somebody else. I have to still look for something that I can say as an outro. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it here. It's not gonna be edited. I'm really looking forward to hear from you. And until then, take care. Bye bye.